Yesterday, sixth period, it took 15 minutes for my computer to connect to Zoom in Mrs. Miller's room. It was ridiculous. Okay. You guys are going to have to join my Zoom meeting today. Right now, I think. I'm just going to wait for a few more people to get in. Good morning, Zoom people. Then get another pair. If they're broken, toss them in my garbage over here, honey.
All the wires are out there.
Yeah, it's not working. Ten participants. All right. All right, good morning. Let me just take attendance. I've got the kids in the room Zooming in today as well, so it's going to take me a minute to decipher who's here and who's not. Caden with the C's here. Caden, Carl, Haley. Justin, Mr. Sweeney. Kiara. Paige, Skylar, Zion. Okay, who else just dinged in? Alex. How you what?
There's a little thing up top next to the
Up here?
button.
Up here? Okay. All right. Good morning, everybody. Oh. Honestly, I don't know if I have to share my screen today. So if I need to, remind me to share my screen with the Zoom people, okay? I don't think I need to, maybe for a few minutes. Okay, so good morning. So what I thought we could do today was revisit our, I'm not sure why you're typing anything at this moment in time. I thought we could revisit our quote papers because some of us are doing really well with them. And I know I don't assign them very often, but it's still sort of basic paragraph writing. Okay, so I thought what we could do today is break out into groups. I'm going to give you an assignment that I am going to share my screen with everybody. I'm going to give you an assignment that is a quote, and I'm going to break you off into groups so that you can discuss your quotes and what it means without me leading the group. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is have you each independently work on your quote, and then we're going to come back and share some of those out. Okay, so that I do this a lot. Well, I normally do this a lot in class, but this year is so odd that I've been trying to figure out in my head how to do it properly, and I'm not sure if I've come up with the right way to do it or not. So we're going to try it. So basically, we're going to work in small groups and then come back as a whole group and then work independently and then come back as a whole group. Okay. And the idea is when you have your paragraph done or partially done to share it out with other people so that they can do what's called a critique, not a mean thing, but a critique like, oh, you did this really well. You need to fix this, that kind of thing. And it sort of helps you with your writing. And I think sometimes when I tell you to do stuff, you know, you don't listen because it's me. So maybe if you listen to your peers, that might work better. So if you look at my screen, I think everybody can see my screen. There is a new quote, and somebody say something?
I just wanted to say hi.
Oh, hi, Haley. Okay, so I have to go through classwork to pick up the quote the right way so that we can see it. So right now, just look at my screen. And just basically, when you go to write the paragraph, you need a topic sentence where you think what, explain what you think the quote means. So it's meaning. Your first detailed sentence in your paragraph is going to be to give an example from life. Honestly, I think that this year is a perfect example of this quote, and I think you'll understand it when you read it. And then your next sentence or two needs to be where you reword the quote. And then you have to have a concluding sentence where you give your opinion. Do you agree or not, and why? Good morning, Devin.
So in a group, or basically just going to work together.
Hi.
No, that's not what I said. Okay, all right. So let me just repeat what my idea is and how to do this. And I'm not sure that this is the right way to do it. Okay, so my idea, Paige, what are you doing on your screen? Okay, you don't need to do that right now. So my idea is that we'll read the quote in a moment, and then I will put you in breakout groups randomly according to the computer. When you get into your breakout group, you're going to discuss the meaning of the quote. Okay, you're just going to have a discussion when you're in your small group. Okay, then we're going to come back as a whole group, discuss the meaning as a whole group, maybe some examples, right? Okay, and then you're going to write independently, and then we're going to come back as a whole group and we're going to share some out. Okay, does that make sense? All right, so those are like what you have to do in your paragraph, but in order to do the paragraph, you sort of have to have an understanding of what the quote is and what it means. So the quote this time is number 8, and please, I know that my numbers on these are random, but I have a master list that I work off of, so I have to keep track of it that way. So the quote is, "Life's a dance, learn as you go," by John Michael Montgomery. I think it's a country song. I never heard it, but it's an older country song. So that's the quote. Life's a dance, learn as you go. So while I am setting up the breakout rooms, you guys are going to be thinking in your heads what this might mean and what you can discuss. When you get into your breakout rooms, you're going to talk about the meaning and talk about maybe 2 or 3 examples of this happening in life. Hint, 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 this year's a perfect example in school. Okay? Everybody knows what we're doing? Anybody have any questions? Okay. Create how many rooms? We want 3 people or 2 people in a group? How many say 2? 5 groups? 2 to 3, it's gonna be 2 to 3. There we go. Okay, so room 1, Caden Sweeney, Skylar Zion. 2, Devin, Justin, Kiara. Room 3, Alex and Paige. Room 4, Bella and Caden. Room 5, Carl's by himself. No, Carl and Haley. Okay, I'm gonna make a switch here. I am going to move Paige to group 2. And I'm going to move Devin to room 3. Okay, so everybody got that? All right, so I'm going to open up your rooms, and what are you going to do? Somebody in Zoom land, tell me what you're going to do once you get in your breakout room. Haley.
Discuss what you think the quote means.
And some examples. Okay,
Yeah,
so I'm going to give you about 4 minutes to do that. Go. Devin, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, you have to join your room 3 breakout room.
Okay, bye.
I got my 3 quiet boys together. I just realized that. Somebody talk. Take the reins, somebody. Start talking. Okay, you guys have to unmute so that you can talk to each other.
Okay. So I'm thinking that. But then that's kind of the quote part. Like,
my recording. Okay, so now we're back from the breakout rooms and we are going to discuss as a whole class what we talked about in our room. So life's a dance, learn as you go. Group one, my three quiet, I didn't realize I had 3 quiet boys in my group number 1. I apologize for that. I would have switched at least one of you out to get a chattier person in there with you. But what did you guys come up with, group 1?
well, I didn't really know a lot about it. I just thought it meant life's rough and it will get better as you go.
Why will it get better? That's good. That's a good start. I'm not sure it says life is rough. It says life's a dance. So it's like this one. So sometimes dances are hard to learn, right? So, and you have to learn as you go. So if you're going and going, what else? Did you come up with any examples in your group? No? Okay. Group 2, room 2, I don't know who was in that group. Okay, go ahead, Paige. Who was in your group?
It was me,
Kiara
Kiara,
and Justin. So what did you guys come up with?
We came up with life is going to throw problems at you, but then you need to learn about them.
Okay, hold on, because for some reason I'm hearing you twice through my screen in there. So say it again.
Life is going to throw things at you, and you just need to learn about them and adapt as you go.
Can anybody else understand her? I heard life is a, that's what I heard. And I have her on speaker. Life has problems and you need to learn about them as you go. Okay, that works. Where's my room 3? Alex and Devin, go ahead. Where is Devin on my screen? Did he, oh, there he is. Maybe. Okay, go ahead. There he is.
So we came up with like life is hard and you have to learn how to do things as you go.
Life is hard. Yeah, that's interesting that you guys are interpreting this as life is hard because I don't see the word hard in there. Well, maybe if you think dancing is hard, my husband might think that. I don't think dancing is hard. I love to dance, but anyway. Okay. So yeah, I guess to some people dancing is hard. And if you don't know the steps, it gets harder and you have to learn them as you go. Okay. That's room 3. Room 4. Who was my room 4? Bella, who was with you?
Kaden.
Kaden, go ahead.
So basically what we thought was life's a dance, learn as you go. Meant life's gonna be really tricky and it's never gonna really get better, but you've gotta learn what's gonna happen. Well,
I don't know about not getting better, because if you learn the steps of a dance, does the dance get easier and better?
no, that's not what I.
Okay, that's not what you meant. So go ahead, try again.
So basically, this is gonna be hard, but we've gotta things are gonna get thrown at you, but you've gotta see what's gonna happen and roll with it.
Figure it out as you go, right? Okay, and roll with it. Very good. Okay, that was room 4. Who's my room 5? Who hasn't gone? Haley, who was your partner? Haley and Carl.
Carl's our
Come on,
partner.
Haley, I gotta turn you up because you're not in the room. Go ahead.
We discussed that when you learn something, let's say if you're learning the coronavirus, you're learning about that and you learn the new things as you go.
Okay, good. Did anybody, so you actually gave me an example, like with the coronavirus, we're all learning as we go.
I actually have a good example for that. As you go. If you're making something and you mess up, you learn your mistakes.
Okay, yeah, if you mess up, you learn from your mistakes. So did anybody come up with, so she had that, but I would say, Haley, I would prefer, that's really a good start, but I would prefer to see when you write your paragraph to write a more specific example than just saying a mistake. Like, tell me what the mistake was that you learned from and how you fixed it, right? Can you anybody think of any other, or did you discuss any other examples? Paige?
After you said when you learn the different steps in a dance, it gets easier. I thought, well, when you're going through life, you're going to learn different things, and then life is going to gradually, those things are going to get easier.
Those things are going to get easier. Okay, so here's my example for this. You guys see me every day fumbling with the technology, right? You see me every day, and I am learning as I go. I literally am learning as I go. Okay. And then somebody that knows more than me will come in and say, oh, you could do this or you could do that, like with that read and write little program, right? It was like, I knew it was there, but I didn't actually like register it because I'm trying to balance all this other stuff. So, and I don't think I'm the only one. I think you guys as well. This is not normal school environment, right? This is, we're all learning as well. Oh, do we need a headphone today? Oh, are we doing breakout rooms? Ooh, how do I do this? Like, in my classroom, I tend to do a lot more group work than we are doing this year. And I'm still trying to figure out the best way to do that in this new environment, right? As in addition to trying to figure out how to figure out all the technology.
Like life's gonna be really difficult, but you just gotta go with it.
Well, not just, I don't know if difficult is a word I would say. It's just like you said before.
Yeah.
Life's gonna throw you curveballs and you need to learn how to deal with them and learn from your mistakes, learn from your experience and move on, or learn the technology. Okay, very good. Everybody understand the meaning? Let me put it this way. Is there anybody that doesn't understand the meaning? Okay, is there anybody that can't come up with at this point their own example for this quote? No. Okay, because we're living it. So go ahead, Kiara, you have a question? Oh, I thought your hand was up. Okay, so all right, so what you're gonna do is you're going to go to your document. Let me get this out of the way. So you're gonna go to Classroom and open up your document and you are going to type. So it's 8:19 now. So this class goes to 8:40. I'm going to give you till 8:30 to get a start on your paragraph. If you don't finish it, it's okay. It's due Friday. Okay. But at 8:30, we're going to come back as a whole group and we're going to share some of these out and we're going to listen to each other's work and see if we can help people critique it. We might want to share screens. Okay. Anybody have any questions? Go. I'm going to pause my recording again. Okay, so I know that some people think they're finished, and that might be great, unless you proofread it. Some people might be stuck somewhere. Some people might be half done. Okay, so here's what I'm going to ask people to do. I am going to ask the people in the room to turn their screens away from them so they actually pay attention to the exercise that we're going to do in a moment. I might need you to turn one person to turn your screen around. Those of you at home, while you guys were working, I made a little spinny thing on the Promethean board, and we're going to randomly pick people. Oh, good, Alex, actually, you can see, if you look at Alex's screen, you can actually see the spinny board, okay? So I'm going to go spin the board, and we're going to randomly have somebody share their work with us by sharing their screen, and we're gonna look at it.
But I haven't finished yet.
Yes, I know. I said that at the beginning of when I started talking, that I know some people were finished and some people were not finished. It's okay that you're not finished. We were going to look at your work in progress and give you some tips if you get picked, okay? Okay. So this idea is to help you learn how to make your writing better. Okay, so I'm going to do the spin, 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 spin. Who's the red? Who's the red? Oh, God. Hey, okay, then you can turn your screen around and share your document with us. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I think now, go ahead, share your document with us. So go share screen. I'm sorry, I misspoke. That's right, that means something else, doesn't it? Okay, and then the kids in the room can turn their thing back around, but we're going to actually look at Paige's screen, okay? Can everybody see Paige's screen? All right, so here we go. I'm going to read it, all right, so that it goes a little bit faster. What the heck just happened there? I have no idea what I did. Go away. Stop. Wow. This right here. This right here. There. Okay, here we go. Sorry. Life's a dance, learn as you go. This is what Paige wrote. The quote, life's a dance, learn as you go, means that life is going to throw different obstacles at you and you need to learn about them and adapt as you go. For example, last year, my great-grandmother died. It was an extreme curveball in my life. I had to mourn for a while, but I learned a few things about how to deal with grief as I was mourning. If I were to rewrite this quote in my own words, I would say, some things in life are unexpected, learn as you go. I agree with this quote because of what happening with my great-grandmother. I learned how to deal with grief and unfortunate events. And look, as I read it out loud, she was like, ew, that didn't sound right. I better fix that. So she changed what happening to what happened, right? Okay, so I would like somebody in Zoom land to tell Paige what you think of her work. Somebody out in Zoom land, not in the room. When I say Zoom land, that's what I meant. Bella, I see you. You're not in Zoom land. You're in real person. Okay, Haley, go ahead.
I think Paige is really good because I agree with her. And I think that I agree that's true. Like, I agree with it too.
Okay, what about her writing? Anybody see any errors in her writing other than what's happening?
No, I didn't see any arrows and it looks good. Like, she used like
okay,
good words with it.
I'm an English teacher. I saw some errors. Does anybody know where she's got the same error happening several times? Anybody know what it is?
I just did spell check too.
There's punctuation errors. Anybody know what it is? It's the same one over and over again. Nope, she's got her periods pretty well established. Commas, yes. So watch, Paige. I don't know if you can see. Oh, wait. Can I do, hold on. I need to get my magic wand. I don't know where my magic wand is today. All right, can you guys see my cursor? Yeah. Okay. So do you see where you say the quote? You should have a comma after quote. You did a good job, for example, comma. That's very good. And then if I were to rewrite this quote in my own words, I would say comma. And really, that's about it. That's me being nitpicky.
Okay.
All right, very good. Paige, could you not share your screen? We're going to spin again. And we have time to do at least one more. Okay, two more. Here we go. Spin, 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 spin. It's random. That's why we're doing it this way. So you don't feel like
What if it lands? Oh God, don't land on me again. Okay. Oh gosh.
Okay, so Bella's going to share her screen.
Oh, I should probably mute. That would be a good idea.
It's coming. She has started screen sharing. That's all I see too. It might just be the connection. You are viewing Bella's screen. No, I'm not. Come on, Belle. There we go. All right. So let's see. I think the quote, life's a dance, learn as you go by John Michael Montgomery means life can throw you curveballs and you might not know what to do, but you just have to roll with it. Here's an example of why I think this. When coronavirus first started, people all around the world did not know what to do, but it wasn't like all those people around the world could quit and say no more coronavirus. Life had to go on. But now, stop changing it because you're making me crazy. I'm trying to read. Stop. Thank you. But now 10 months later, coronavirus is still going, but we are still going even though we do not know what we are doing. Okay, so I'm not going to say anything right now. I'm going to call on somebody else to critique you. Okay, so you didn't have time to proofread it. That's okay. Like I said, I know everybody was in a different stage. Could somebody in the room volunteer and give her some pointers? Yeah. Alex, go ahead. Okay, first of all, it's not coronavirus. Yeah, so you have to figure out how to spell coronavirus. And a way to do that would be, if you don't know, go out on the internet, because you guys have the world at your fingertips, literally, right? And do a search. And like, it's so common now, you would be able to find the spelling pretty easily. So go ahead. What else, Alex? I think you have it right in one part, but go ahead. Okay, did she do all the parts? Did she give a meaning? She did give a meaning. Life gives you curveballs, but you just have to roll with it. There you go. So she's not quite finished. So she's like in the process. And then I would say, I want everybody to look at, can you guys see my cursor? No, yes? Okay, look at the first sentence. I think the quote, comma, life's a dance, comma, learn as you go, period, quotation mark, by John Michael Montgomery. Right there, when you are putting the quote in a sentence, you don't put a period at the end, you put a comma, okay? And that's a common mistake people make. But I think you've got the right idea. And actually, Bella, I think for you, this is pretty good, because you tend to, in your writing, ramble a little bit, just like when you talk, and that's okay. You write like you talk, and that's a good thing. And I don't see that so much here, okay? I think you really focused, and that's the idea of write. The more you write, the better your writing should get, because you should be able to focus more. Give me a time check, somebody. 8:33? 8:38? Oh, we only have 2 minutes. Darn, that was fun. Okay, we don't have time for one more. All right, so children in Zoom land and everybody in the room, this quote completed is due this Friday. So obviously I didn't look at how much, I don't know, I didn't look at everybody's paper, but I gave you less than 10 minutes, right? So you know how like you guys moan and groan when I say here, you have to write a paragraph? Less than 10 minutes, and I'm betting most of you are done or almost done, okay? If you're not, then you were wasting your time sitting there spacing out, okay? No, you're almost done. You don't have much to do. All right, so I need to end the meeting. I think that went pretty well, yeah? Yes? Okay, so Zoom people out at home, see you tomorrow. Adios. Au revoir. Bonjour. Ciao.